The movie begins with a bedtime story about the troll massacre by Saint Olaf, a young king who was tasked with Christianizing Norway. With sword and Bible in hand, they hunted and killed every troll in the land. The story is interrupted by Nora's mother, who tells them that it's time for bed. 30 years later, Andreas shows up at Nora's hideout and is attacked by Nora before he is able to reveal himself. He lets her know that her presence is needed, but she is not interested. He convinces her to come with him, as she would really like to see what he wants to show her. On the way there, he makes her sign a confidentiality agreement. They get into a facility in Mork where Professors Moeller and Wangle welcome her. They apologize for what happened the last time and take her in. She is shocked to see that they have a troll in possession. The project supervisor, Marion, introduces herself to Nora. They tell her that this troll is hibernating, and the only sign of life is that it has a pulse. Nora tells them that trolls are nature, and Marion thinks she doesn't know what she's saying. They go up to the office and she sees Siggy, who is expecting a baby with Andreas. They show her a part of a decree that Olaf put out. They tell her that they need to understand trolls, in case there was any other incident. They are at a risk of being shut down and they need someone who can think outside of the box, so they need her. She feels overwhelmed and asks for the restroom. But this was just an excuse to leave the room, as she went straight to where the troll is. She placed her hand on the face of the troll, and starts singing. This awakens the troll and it finds out that its hands have been chained. Professor Molly tells the guard to keep the UV lights on standby, but Marion doesn't want them to kill the troll, as it has finally woken up, so she destroys the machine. Everyone panics and Nora tries to get out of there using the elevator. The troll tries to release its arms from the chain, and as a result, hits the elevator with Nora inside. The troll is now free and trying to make its way outside. Everyone runs outside of the facility for safety and they see that the troll is already outside. Kris, who is now a major, reunites with his old friends and extracts them to a meeting with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister addresses them that to ensure the safety of the people of Norway, he is ordering the immediate termination of the troll. Nora tries to talk him out of it, but he says that he lost his brother the last time, as he was one of the soldiers that were involved with the church bells around the troll, so termination is final. Nora is sitting down, dejected, and Andreas asks her why she's always holding that. She tells him that she holds that to remind herself of her mistakes. Andreas tells her that he does the same too, but that doesn't mean they stop fighting. So, she goes to talk to Kris about following him on the mission, like last time, but Kris shuts her down. She begs him and he finally agrees. He shows them the new weapon, specifically made for hunting trolls. Marion shows up and asks to come with them and he immediately agrees. At a club, everyone is merry until they start hearing loud footsteps that shakes the place. The troll opens the building and starts picking humans one by one and eating them. The helicopters arrive at the place and turn on their UV lights, but they have to get real close for it to have any effect. As a result, Amir's helicopter is hit by the troll and the helicopter crashes. An angry Kris wants to have a go at the troll alone, but is discouraged by Nora, so the troll walks away. Kris mourns his friends while Nora tries to convince Marion that not all trolls are this ruthless. They keep going back and forth and Nora thinks of someone that could be able to communicate with the troll, so they all go to the Dovre Mountains. They enter a cave where the military had already searched, but Nora knows something they don't. They go far into the cave and she taps her stone on the ground, waiting. The son of the Troll King comes out and Nora sings to him again. They are surprised at how she always has connections with trolls and she says she just feels it. She introduces the troll as beautiful and it is warm towards them. She then asks for a favor from him. They go to where Jotun would be, and make them face each other. They expected them to talk, but Jotun wants to fight. Jotun hits the ice and Beautiful falls into the water, while they all narrowly escape. At an ambulance base where they went to rest and refuel, Marion asks Nora how she's able to communicate with them, and she says that she learnt to really listen. They take a look at the map and notice a pattern that Jotun is following. It's going to Nidaros, the former capital of Norway, when Saint Olaf was still king. Nora realizes that it's not random, he's going for revenge. They go to Trondheim, where they meet Esther, who knew Nora's father. She takes them around Nidaros Cathedral and Nora tells her that they're there to find Olaf's tomb, as the troll is coming there for revenge. Esther takes them down to where the tomb is supposed to be. Although it had never been found, she asks them to do whatever they want. Andreas goes to admire the image drawn on the wall, but hits something that falls off. He tries to fix it, but Esther had never seen that hole before, so she tells him to move back. She discovers that there are 3 holes and they were located where Olaf was struck, at the thigh, at the belly and at the neck. Nora finds a way to open it and they finally find Olaf's tomb. They go in and open Olaf's tomb. They find his sword and the remaining part of the decree intact. They piece the decree together and find out that Olaf was actually not against the trolls. He wanted to give them a home and the church killed him for it. The troll doesn't want revenge on Olaf, he wants revenge on the whole of Norway. News of the troll and the destruction it has caused is being reported on news stations globally. This places pressure on the Prime Minister, who has to address the people of Norway, telling them that they should accept that Trondheim will fall. He also says that they're doing all they can to make sure it doesn't go past Trondheim. Kris is told by leave the city, as it's already being evacuated, but they say they can't leave the city. They have to keep fighting. They realize that Olaf's sword was silver, not because it was strong, but because it was able to carry water without rusting. They test a theory out and find out that holy water is their weapon and they have loads of it in Olaf's spring. Kris and Marion go to the evacuation site and are able to recruit enough people who are willing to fight. They get water out of the spring and use it to make weapons, ready to fight. Andrea notices that Nora is in need of some encouragement, and he encourages her. She tells him that he's going to be a great dad, with the way he knows how to lift spirits, and he hopes he would be able to survive to be a dad. Everyone waits for the troll to arrive and in a little while, they feel his footsteps. They get ready to attack and he shows up. Andreas and Esther start ringing the church bells and it affects him. The soldiers open fire with their water ammo, and it is doing damage. Everything seems to be going according to plan, but the troll uproots a tree and throws it to the church to stop the bell. Andreas and Esther run away, as the church bell falls down. Jotun keeps moving forward and Kris tells his men to pull out. As Jotun keeps coming, Kris detonates the water bombs and it seems like it's working, but nothing is able to go past its skin to cause real damage. It keeps moving forward and they all run away. Beautiful shows up and they get into a fight. It looks as though Beautiful is winning, but Jotun starts beating him up. Nora gets scared that Beautiful will be beaten to death, and Marion suggests that they find a way to get the water bomb into its body. Kris reveals that it's their last water bomb and they have to make good use of it. Andreas suggests that they use a helicopter to get on top of it and drop it into the mouth. Andreas and Kris get on a helicopter while Nora and Marion keep shooting at Jotun. They lose the detonator and Kris tells Andreas that the only way to detonate it is manually. Someone has to jump with the bomb and pull the pin when close to its mouth. Beautiful stops fighting and Nora thinks he's gone, so she angrily continues shooting, while Marion runs away. Andreas calls Siggy and says his goodbyes and they get into position. He jumps with the water bomb and the grenade while Jotun opens his mouth. The plan works and Jotun is destroyed from the inside. Beautiful wakes up and takes out its heart, so Jotun finally dies, but everyone is sad because Andreas is also dead. In the aftermath of the battle, the church is rebuilt, Siggy welcomes a baby girl, friendship becomes stronger, and Beautiful is free. The post-credit scene shows Professor Moeller on call with the general, telling him that he was able to save a baby troll.